Talks, it's Julie and Miranda here for Comic Talk episode number 5. We have 6 new comic reviews for you this week, and there were so many books that we'll get to more of this week's books next week, because there were just too many. So, we're going to jump right in with The Misadventures of Grumpy Cat and Pokey, number 1 of 3. This book had 4 short stories in it. I'm going to give you a recap of 3 of them. The 4th one was a one-page quickie. In the first one, Pokey finds a treasure map and strikes a deal with Grumpy Cat for help finding the treasure. The only catch, the treasure's hidden in a haunted house.
Spooky!
Yeah, properly themed for this time of year.
Spooky pooky.
In the second one, Grumpy Cat entertains Dog and Pokey after a rude awakening. So hopefully you can imagine what that entertainment is going to be. And in the third one, Grumpy Cat and Pokey become super pets. I think you can tell which one is my favorite. So this was a really fun read. We have 3 different creative teams, but I don't find the book suffers at all from the change in art styles. I think it's a really fun book, and it's designed for kids. A lot of the jokes in it are very adult and grown up though, so give it a chance. It's really, really fun.
I like how the dog's name is Dog.
Yeah, the dog never actually gets a name. They refer to him as the dog and Good Boy Dog.
That's so cute.
It's wonderful. It's like Garfield, but the character of Otis is played by both Dog and Pokey.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so cute. On the complete opposite side of the spectrum, I have Paper Girls number 1. It's set in 1988 on Halloween, and it follows a group of newspaper delivery girls, and essentially they're on the run, and they find a mysterious house with some mysterious object inside, and mystery ensues, essentially. Let me say this is definitely not a book for children, and it's an adult book, has lots of swearing. And it has a couple slurs that made me a little bit uncomfortable, so just in case you're really not into that, just kind of a warning, it is contained in the book. However, I do have to give props to the protagonist. She does call out the people who kind of say these things, so I appreciated that, but, you know, it's still in there, so kind of a warning. I really liked it. It seems to have this kind of, well, I don't know yet, because they really leave it as a mystery at the end, but it's either some sort of, like, alien or, like, supernatural kind of vibe going on. I think in issue 2 and 3 and whatnot, you'll kind of figure out what that is, but they leave it as a really good, like, ending, like, what is going on? And I'm sure we're just as confused as the girls in the book.
I'm going to make a note, because I just saw it on the back. This story is being written by Brian K. Vaughan. He also brought us Saga.
Yeah.
So, if you like Saga, you'll probably enjoy Paper Girls.
I know a lot of people are really, really excited for this book, so.
So, second up for me today is another all-ages book. This is Marvel Superhero Spectacular number 1. This was a really cute book where an intergalactic circus came to Earth, and the only way to get tickets was to win them in a lottery. So we get to see a pouty Tony Stark that he couldn't buy him and the Avengers into the circus. But it's okay, though. Peter Parker and Aunt May won tickets, and Peter's spidey senses start going off pretty much as soon as the circus starts. So he sends out a beacon to the Avengers, who absolutely have to go crash the circus now. But the real big question is, what are the Guardians of the Galaxy doing there? Pick it up, give it a read. It's super, super fun. Lots of kid-friendly Avengers and lots of just really light-hearted comedy. So I enjoyed it.
Oh, Avengers Assemble.
Yes.
My second book is Doctor Strange number 1. It is one of the many new Marvel titles that are coming out after Secret Wars. So essentially it follows Doctor Strange in New York and kind of what he's getting up to. He's kind of like a doctor, but who does house visits except for supernatural things. It reminds me of, you know, in every horror movie that focuses on, like, supernatural, they always call that one guy that no one believes, but he comes and is super weird but ends up saving the day. That is Doctor Strange. That is what he's doing in this book. And it's really funny. His narrative is hilarious. And then at the end, it kind of focuses on he gets this new patient, and she's going to have some abnormal symptoms, and Dr. Strange essentially has to figure it out, which will probably continue on in the next couple issues. I really liked it. Like I said, it's witty, it's fun, because you see the other side of New York, the whole supernatural side and whatnot. I really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork. I find that there's a lot going on in every page, so it's really hard to focus on. But that being said, it is still kind of cool because the whole supernatural setting compared to like New York is really nice, and it's a nice contrast from all like the big science-y alien superheroes that are going on. So I really liked it. I'm excited to see where it's going, so I definitely recommend this one.
I think it's just a nice change of pace to have a mystic magic.
Yeah. Magic's cool.
Yeah. Haven't been seeing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Alright, my third book this week is Batman and Robin Eternal #1, and I really don't know what to say about this book because it was so good, and I don't want to spoil anything for you. So, here is my attempt at a spoiler-free synopsis. This book is starring Dick Grayson, aka Agent 37, aka Nightwing, aka Robin 1. We see a little bit of Batman in there interspersed. We also see some Bluebird, who is also known as Harper Row, and we met her in Batman Eternal. So we see lots of characters that we're familiar with. We meet up with some of the other Robins at different points. And this book looks like it's going to be primarily focused on Dick Grayson. So that's really exciting for me. And I think it's really exciting for you too, isn't it?
I love Dick Grayson.
Yeah, between us, we can't say enough good things about him. The artwork was really good. It was really nice, clean lines, good colors. I really love the characterizations in this book, and I'm really, really struggling to give you any more of the plot. Really, I just think you should pick it up because it's the start of a really great mystery. I think it's going to tie heavily into Robin Wars when that gets started. So check this one out. It's a weekly, I warn you, but it's so addictive that it makes it worth it. Check out Batman and Robin Eternal #1.
I picked it up and I haven't read it, and it's killing me inside. Let me tell you. My last book is Survivors Club. It essentially follows a group of young adults who have experienced a kind of horror-like and just a really bad event in their past lives, and they're all connected through an email that's sent to them. And they kind of have to figure out what's going on. It looks like they're being tracked by this mysterious figure or group or being who knows what it really is. They don't really give you too much in the first issue. Again, this is an adult book. There is some swearing in it. There is a lot of gore in it because, again, it's kind of like following these horror movie themes and whatnot. That being said, that's kind of what drew me to the book. I'm a big horror movie fan, so it's really got that vibe to it. So I really enjoyed it. The only problem I had with it is that because there's a lot of characters, there's a lot going on. So it's very quick to jump into like, what is this person doing? What is this person doing? And it's a little bit hard to follow. But that being said, it's still trying to give you kind of like a whole scope of different types of horror movies, you know?
Oh, nice.
So I understand where they're coming from. It's a little bit difficult to read, but that's okay. So I really like this, and I'll probably continue reading this.
So that was 6 more comic reviews for you this week. We'll be back next week with 6 more, and then hopefully some Halloween Comic Fest reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Oh.
So, we'll see you next week.
Bye! Yeah!